my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, on SABC3 Live, large and in charge on this Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for starting the day off with us. Now, in case you haven't been catching up on all the cricketing action, the Proteas are still in the hunt to win their second test against the 2019 Cricket World Cup winning England side, as their test at Newlands Cricket Ground will enter the fifth and final day today. Now, South Africa require 312 runs from 90 overs to win. So the big question, can the Proteas go all the way and win yet another test against England? Well, cricket writer Khalid Mohidin shares his views on what we can expect from the final day. And very, very nicely poised. I think when it comes to test cricket, this is the kind of tension you want to see on the last day, Khalid.
Yeah, it's been an amazing test. I mean, from start to finish, it was all about the wicket. Talking about the wicket and how this wicket is going to play out. Yeah. I mean, we heard in the press conferences the English talking about that crack outside off that they had to target. We have to see. I mean, I think Cape Town's the only place where you have overhead conditions and the wicket gets flatter. So in other countries where you have to see it's normally flat when the sun comes out. So like we have to see how someone like Peter Malan, homeboy, how he performs. And if he can go on to score that milestone 100, we never know what can happen.
That'll be absolutely incredible. He's been looking, I want to say solid, but there were a couple of balls that he left outside of off stump that had me feeling very jittery yesterday. But just in overall, from a team perspective, we're 2 wickets down now, 8 wickets in hand, 312 to chase in 90 overs. What do you think are the actual realistic chances of the Proteas pulling this through into a victory?
So we had Khalid in the press conference yesterday that spoke about it, and he says that it is possible on this wicket, flat wicket, that it is possible to be able to chase it down, but it all depends on performance and mental stability and how these guys actually perform from a mental perspective and how they stand there. And if they can bring a few partnerships together, luckily Maharaj is in there, so maybe he can take some of those runs away. He's a very good batter actually in domestic level. So we'll have to see how Peter actually goes ahead and scores those runs. I mean, it's all about that. It's realistic from a point of view that it is a batting wicket. It is quite flat. So the chances are maybe we can pull off that 438 once again. I mean, you know that lucky number, so hopefully South Africa can do it.
A test record, man. There was a lot of questions, as I heard the commentators throw around, about the use of the new ball when it became available, that Faf didn't take it immediately, and how that might have contributed to the strong English batting performance that actually ended up with them scoring the runs that they did. But in terms of Faf's strategy for today, what do you think it should be?
Well, at first I think they just need to go ahead and just be calm at the crease and just take it 1 over at a time, 1 ball at a time.
There's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure. I think the pressure on Peter Malan is more than just getting us close to that target. I think it's about him cementing that spot in the top of the order. I think Faf just needs to be able to score as much runs as he can before lunch and see where the team is from there, and then strategize and change accordingly. If they see they're in touching distance, go after it. We don't want another situation when we're sitting at the crease and we're blocking out towards the end and we have 7 runs and less to chase. I mean, like, that's not what ideal. So it's all about partnerships at the end of the day, and who can actually put that type of attacking spirit into the side.
Yeah, I must say that right now, looking at the Proteas structure with Mark Boucher as head coach, you've got Charles Langerveld and you've got Khalid as batting and bowling coaches over there. There's something exciting about it for me, because it's almost as if I'm looking at the heyday of when I was a massive, massive cricket fan and player at the same time, when these guys were at the heights of their career, and now they've taken, you know, members of that team and that era and they've now implanted them into the top structures. What do you think of these legends in these positions, and then what do you think they can achieve?
So for me personally, from my opinion, I think that these appointments are not about necessarily technical skill. So by the time you get to the Proteas, technically you should be strong already. But from a mental point of view, and that winning mentality that Boucher and obviously Khalid, Graham Smith is director, but Charles Langerveld, possibly the best death bowler that we've ever had in this country. So the skills that they have are skills that were lacking in the Proteas setup for the last 2 or so years. So I think from a mental perspective, I think that's the strength that they're going to add value to. Obviously, Khalid, we've seen him in the nets with KP, obviously batting, Keegan Peterson. So we've seen him with the youngsters, actually coaching them and teaching them some techniques and stuff. So all of that obviously adds to it. But yeah, from a mental point of view, I think that's the key.
Yeah, with 2 tests remaining here after, one at St. George's Park and the other at Wanderers, the Bullring, how do you think the Proteas will fare against the World Cup winning champions?
So Test cricket is a different ball game. We saw that in the first Test at Centurion. We beat them quite a hefty 107-run win.
Yeah.
I think the Proteas have a massive chance of actually resurrecting their cricket. I think we need it more than England at the moment. I mean, with regards to everything that's happening in South African cricket across domestic level as well as international level, the win is a little bit more sweeter for us. We need it more to basically revive our cricket and show the fans. And obviously I have a Cricket Fanatics magazine, which is all about the fans. I speak to the fans a lot. And they've spoken about how much this will do to the fans. The fans, at the end of the day, are the main aspect of this, why we play this game.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. And then finally, on the side note, do you say Manus Labuschagne or Labuschagne?
I'll say Labuschagne, but I mean, he wants to go with Labuschagne, so let's just leave it.
Thanks so much, Khalid, for joining us this morning. Looking forward to an action-packed day, the fifth and final day at Newlands Cricket Ground, with Peter Malan and Keshav Maharaj stepping up to the crease for the Proteas, chasing 312 in 90 overs. Come on, boys. Let's take it across the line.